All right. What's going on? It's been a long day. Operation Dirt, video number 20. Last time I left you guys, I was contemplating on fuel cell mock-up. I do now have that mocked up and ready to see what I've come up with. I do have a little bit more that I need to do, but other than that, I think that it came out okay. I didn't really know how I was going to do it, but as I was coming home from work, it kind of hit me as to how to do it. I watch a lot of fabricating on different television shows. One of my favorite, Texas Metal. You guys are the best. But I just was thinking about it, and it just hit me how to do it. And so as I began to plan it out, everything worked out perfectly. But as you can see, this is how she'll be sitting, looking down inside. It is a 20-gallon fuel cell, 24 by 20 by 10. So I removed the tire, the spare tire pan, removed all of that unnecessary junk out of there. Didn't need it. I thought I was going to just leave some of it in there and weld around it, but I said I'm not going to do that. So I decided just to go ahead and put a brand new piece of steel in it to make the floor in the trunk brand new. And so I went ahead and did that. As you can see, I do have a lot of welding around it. Now, I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to completely weld that in completely around, then grind it down, smooth it out, and go from there, or just use some seam sealer and go that route. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out as I go. But the cell was a 10-inch deep, and I have it down in the floor about 2.5 inches. So it worked out pretty good as far as the fabrication of this holder. You can't see the inside because I set this down in here, but I'm going to take it out so that you can see it. But I'm going to show you also the bottom as to how it looks from the bottom. My sump, made a section there for that to come through for my hookup. This here, this will be, I'll probably eliminate this. This was for the license plate, I believe some type of a brace, but I don't think that it's something that I'll need. But other than that, it drops down about, let's see exactly, I believe it's 2.5 inches. I think it was 2.5 inches. Actually, from the floor, it's actually 4 inches down. But there are braces down inside it so that the fuel cell is sitting down on top of these 1-inch, these 1x1s, square tubing. I will pull this out so that you can see exactly how I did this. But it will have some rubber. It will have rubber up under it to, you know, give it some support as well. Okay, let's see here. Okay, as I said, it will have some rubber strips. I will take these rubber strips and I will glue them down on top of these 1x1s so that it's not just sitting down on the metal itself. It will be sitting on top of these 1x1s. But this was the fabrication of this fuel cell compartment. Pretty sturdy. It won't go nowhere. I knew I wanted it sturdy because I'm going to be carrying a 20-gallon tank. And I didn't want something flimsy or chintzy. I'm not worried so much about weight. The trunk itself it's going to be taken off. It's going to be a lift-off trunk lid. So that's going to be fiberglass, a lot lighter than the one that I took off. The one I took off, oh my goodness, it must be 80 pounds. So as I fabricated this, I did take it and put it on the scale. And this here that I made for it, it does weigh exactly 30 pounds. The way that I did this, I got online, I posted on A-Bodies. You know, it's a group that I'm with, A-Bodies. I also like Mopar, but also A-Bodies. And I posted, I asked some guys, you know, some ideas as to how they did theirs. They don't really show too much of the bottom as to how they did it, but the way I did mine, I went from frame rail to frame rail with the 1x1s, and then I boxed this inside those 1x1s. There's a 1x1 that runs from here straight over to the frame rail on both sides, and also down here in the front. So it has the 1x1s that are welded directly to the frame rail, and gives it an awful lot more support than just screwing it up on the bottom of the floor. So we got a pretty solid floor. Don't have to worry about nothing falling through. First time doing something like this, I think it come out pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I won't complain. It's mine, so it is what it is. If somebody wants to complain about it, hey, go ahead and complain. But I'm the one that's going to have to be dealing with it. But other than that, it come out pretty good. Like I said, I still have a few things to do. I haven't decided whether or not, like I said, I was going to just go ahead and completely weld all these around. I was getting kind of tired this evening. I said, I'm done doing all that right now. So if I come back at it and do it later, that'll be fine. But other than that, it definitely worked out pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. When I did all my measurements, you know, it wasn't like I was working on this thing and constantly putting the fuel cell down inside this mount that I made. I completely got everything done and got ready to come home. And I said, well, let me try and see if it fits. Thing fit perfectly, fit like a glove. I couldn't be more pleased with it. So it worked out okay as far as how it came out. But I did order some straps to strap this thing down now, because of it being down in the floor 2.5 inches. That means the straps are going to be longer than what I actually need. So I'll be cutting some of that off and then re-bending them to take up the measurement from down here up and across and then back down. So there'll be about 2.5 inches that will be coming off on each one of the straps. But other than that, it should look nice. It should be just what I wanted. And then I'll go from this. This was something that I needed to do. Next, I will mount my battery box back here in the trunk. I'm trying to get all my welding done, and that way I can finish doing all my sanding and prime it one more time before I actually put the coat of paint on the bottom. But when you're doing this welding, it burns right through this primer. And so I said, well, there's no need to paint the bottom until I'm done with the trunk. So I'll finish the trunk, and then I'll move on, paint the bottom. And I already got my master cylinder, my brake, my proportioning valve. It came yesterday. So that's something else that I will be putting on it as well to be able to adjust how much pressure I want to come back on the back brakes. But I'm not really worried about that, because I'll have a line lock on it anyway to be able to stage to hold it in position. But other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm sure that some of the guys I was chatting back and forth with on Facebook on A-Body group, and the guys are there. They're definitely looking to see what I'm going to do with this, because, I mean, these guys, they're all about A-body Mopar. So I'm sure that they actually had one guy, his comment was just following. So he's been watching all the different things that I've been doing to this thing, you know, and he wants to see what's going on. So I'm going to definitely post a few pictures. I took some pictures of when I cut the floor out. It was just a big hole back here. And then I started just going in stages and taking pictures as I was putting this together. And so I'll post those pictures tonight as well. But I'm pretty satisfied with it. Not going to keep you guys long. You know, the shorter video, keep people hungry. You know, you give them too much, they're like, man, just get to it. But as I spoke about it once before, I don't edit my videos. It is what it is. If I say something that if I mispronounce a word or anything, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit around and try to edit no video to try to sound like I'm some big reporter doing a forecast or a news broadcast or something like that. I'm just letting the guys know what's going on with Operation Dart. You know, I got some pretty good friends who like what I'm doing. They're pretty satisfied with what I'm doing, and you know, they're happy that I'm at least making videos so that they can see what I'm doing, because everybody don't come by, stopping by. You know, we're all busy. We all got things that we're doing with our families, so they don't get a chance to stop by on the regular. So I post videos so that they'll be able to watch and see what I got going on. So with that note being said, I'm going to go ahead, go in the house, relax. Here it is. It must be, I know it must be at least 8:30, and brother got to work tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to shut it down. Operation Dart, video number 20. We'll be back at you. Peace out.